All right, today we're going to talk about something we've all felt. I'm talking about every writer, every artist, every student, heck, anyone who's ever had to start an email. It's that moment you're staring at a blank page, that moment of pure, untouched, and let's be honest, sometimes terrifying potential.
I mean, really, look at this. A blank screen, a fresh page, that little cursor just blinking, blinking. What's the first feeling that hits you? Is it excitement? A sense of opportunity? Or is it maybe a little knot in your stomach? A bit of anxiety? Maybe some pressure?
The inspiration for today's entire explainer comes from just these two words. In Korean, this means new memo. It's what you see when you pop open a notes app ready to jot something down. And it's that exact moment, that new memo moment, that we're going to dive into and unpack today.
Okay, so first things first. Let's not pretend this feeling isn't real. Let's call it what it can sometimes feel like. This is section 1, the tyranny of the blank page. Because before we can get past that intimidating emptiness, we've got to look it right in the eye.
So why does it feel so heavy? Well, that blankness, it carries this massive weight of expectation, doesn't it? Then there's the fear of imperfection, that little voice in your head whispering, what if you mess it up? And maybe the worst part? The paralysis of infinite choice. When you can literally do anything, how on earth do you decide what to do first?
And look, if you feel this way, you are in very good company. The master of horror, Stephen King, once said, "The scariest moment is always just before you start." So see, this isn't some beginner's hurdle, it's a creator's hurdle, it's a human hurdle. But what if we've been looking at this whole thing the wrong way?
Let's try to completely reframe this. On one hand, we can see the blank page as a void. It's full of pressure, fear, and just nothingness. But what if instead we saw it as a space? A space that's all about freedom, potential, a totally fresh start, and just complete openness. The page hasn't changed one bit, but our perspective on it, that can change everything. And this brings us right to our second section, an invitation, not a void. This is where we're going to actively work on redefining our relationship with that new memo. So let's go back to our source. Remember? Let's stop thinking of it as a command, like it's demanding a masterpiece from us. Instead, let's see it for what it really is, an invitation. It's a clean slate inviting you to create something brand new, totally free from the baggage or mistakes of anything you've done before. And this right here, this is the magic number. At this exact moment, before a single word is written, your potential is at 100%. Nothing is off the table. There are no bad ideas yet. Every single great possibility still exists. That's not emptiness, my friend. That is maximum potential. And that idea leads us perfectly into section 3, the freedom of nothing. This is all about learning to love and embrace the opportunities that only a totally empty canvas can give you. Just think about the gifts you're being handed here. There is absolutely no history to live up to, no previous errors you have to fix. And this is the big one. No mistakes have been made yet. Every single direction is still wide open to you. It's a rare, beautiful moment of pure, unfiltered potential. You want a little secret to help you grab hold of that freedom? Here it is. Your first draft isn't for your boss or your teacher or your audience. It's not for anyone else. It's just for you. It's you telling yourself the story for the very first time. That kind of lowers the stakes, doesn't it? So we've done the work, we've shifted our mindset. Now for the final, most important part. Section 4, making the first mark. It's time to turn all this thinking into doing.
And it's actually a pretty simple 4-step mental checklist. First, when you see that blank page, just take 1 second to actually think, this is freedom. Second, lower the stakes. Remind yourself, this is just for me, it's a first draft. Third, and this is crucial, just commit to making one small mark. One word, one line, one doodle. It doesn't matter what it is. And then, step forward just kind of happens on its own. You begin.
Because this, right here, this is the ultimate takeaway. The goal in that first moment is not perfection. The goal is just momentum. It doesn't have to be brilliant. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be started. Because the second you make that first mark, the tyranny is broken. You're not staring at an empty page anymore. You're working on something. So, the next time you see that blinking cursor, remember what it is. It's not a void. It's an invitation. It's the feeling of pure potential. Your new memo is open. The only question left is, what story will you tell?